Krystle Breaks Easy is a place where you can be yourself.
You want some of this?
You can laugh about the past. Share your dreams.
Have different lives.
And tell me what's going on with you.
Pick 5. Woman for pick 5.
You're listening to Krystle Breaks Easy. I am your host, Krystle. And today I have somebody that I would say is the first person I got to know when I moved to Kitchener. Like, first friend since when I moved to Kitchener at my workplace. This person is shy but funny, a savage when he can be, and just loving, good-hearted person. Every time he goes somewhere, he brings me back something. Mexico, you brought me back something. Vancouver, you brought me back something. Every time he leaves Canada, he always remembers to bring me back something. He even brought me back, for Jamaicans that don't know, Cerro. He's like, hey, I think you would want this. And he brought me back 2 bags of Cerro. Dried Cerro.
Yeah.
So, like, talk about a great friend, the one and only John.
Aw, thanks for having me, Krystle.
Thank you for coming, John.
That's such a great intro.
Is it?
Yeah.
I try sometimes.
Yeah. You did good.
Thank you, John. Can you tell me how we met? Our first interaction. Do you remember?
Oh, my memory's a little fuzzy, but I'll try my best.
Okay, tell me how we met.
So the situation. Let's try to set the scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the mall, Conestoga Mall, because
Yes.
we're in Waterloo, not
Mm-hmm.
Kitchener. And I, at that time, was in my second year of university.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
How am I correcting you?
Yeah, I was in my second year of university, and basically I was pretty tight on my finances. At that time I was working on a housekeeping job.
Yes.
And I got hired on to Virgin Mobile. That's like the telecom company in Canada, right? A little before you. And the day, a little bit before you joined the team, I heard a little bit about you. It was more so, oh, she's her husband got promoted. That's as far as I knew. She's moved to Kitchener, and so please be friendly, welcome her to the team, be nice, all of those things. And yeah, this is where it's fuzzy. Okay. The interaction itself.
So I was new to the team, but it's funny because my last name is my maiden last name is Lang, Laing, which is spelled the Asian way. So I know all of you guys okay, who's this new Asian girl going to join the team?
You're right. Oh,
because it's funny. So they thought that I was Asian because there was you, Richard.
Richard Gwon.
Richard Gwon, yeah. You, Richard. They're like, yes, we're getting another Asian. There's going to be an Asian kiosk. And then a black girl showed up.
Okay, that's it.
So you and Richard were working that day, and I came by. I think Marissa's like, "Oh, come by in the evening. This is who you're gonna be working with." So I come for my first shift, and you're like, try to sell me a phone. I'm like, no, I'm here to work. You're like, oh, no one told me that you're coming. I'm like, I'm Krystle Lang. They're like, oh,
yeah,
like the face, like, oh shit, I fucked up. Like, that's the face they gave me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's black. She's not Asian.
I remember now. Yeah, I guess it's been such a long time. We had certain assumptions
everybody's like, yo, who's laying on the page? Who's this Asian girl?
Yeah.
So I thought it was super funny because, like, no, I'm black. I'm full black. My mother's drinking Chinese. Like, we're Jamaican. I'm not Asian.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because both your faces just went red. Like, you guys didn't know what to say, how to say it, or what to show me. Like, you guys were just like, I'm just gonna wait until like the
probably
manager comes back. Most likely you're embarrassed. I get that reaction a lot from people that assume that I'm Asian because of my last name, but super fun. Like, it was super fun. I introduced myself. After that awkward moment, I started to make jokes. That black girl, Asian black girl, ha ha ha. I started to make those kind of jokes, and then kind of you and Richard like, okay, she's cool. She's not like so mean or offended. I'm like, no, I get it. You guys thought I was Asian.
Yeah,
it's okay. I get it all the time.
It happens. Yeah,
I get it all the time.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. I have so many funny and best moments with this person, but I want to know what our moments that they think are special to them. Let's listen.
Okay.
I have one. I don't know if you remember, but I have a good one.
Okay. You know me and my memory issues.
John, get it together.
I'm trying to get it together.
You had a whole month prepared. A whole month to prepare.
You
should just scroll through pictures.
I really tried. Yeah, I'm holding on to these memories as much as I can. I can't even remember like high school. But anyway.
What?
Yeah. But let's funniest memories.
Yes.
You know,
funny moments.
You know, a lot of moments between us involves food.
Yes.
That's
fine.
I don't know how that happens
all the time.
But I think it's just because we have a joint appreciation of food.
Very true.
We also
as you can see from my size, I love a meal. I love a meal.
And we love a good deal.
Yes.
So if it's those two combined, you know,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. So I don't know if you're thinking the same thing, but
I hope.
My stories like is it spring rolls? I'm gonna talk about spring rolls.
Okay, go ahead. Talk about spring rolls. I have another one.
We worked at the mall, and I remember it was either half an hour or 15 minutes left on the clock before.
Oh yeah. Okay, so spring rolls at Conestoga malls had all you can eat menus.
Oh.
But you had to be there like 20 minutes before closing, because then that's last call. Yeah. So, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So that's the scene.
The mall closes at 9. We have to physically close the store at 9.
Yeah.
Cash out tills and thing after 9, just in case if we have a walk-up customer at 8:55. We're not allowed to cash out.
Yeah.
Like close the tills. We have to keep everything up and running.
Exactly. And I think we had a craving. So
we had a craving.
We were like, oh, you know,
we needed
Krystle, I seriously can't wait to stuff myself with sushi.
So I told John, go book or go sit there. I will close the store.
Yeah.
Order whatever you want. Order me something too. So when we get there, what time I get there, we're good because there's food already on the table.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a good one. So I have a better one.
Okay.
So me and John usually work in the evening. So like usually it's like the 5 to 9 shift or weekends. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Me and you always kind of work together. It was never like nobody else.
It happened that way.
Yeah, I loved it because we weren't fighting each other for sales. We were helping each other with sales.
I think we got along the most out
of course, out of that crew. Yeah. I couldn't stand nobody else. John has seen my good, my bad, my ugly.
Yeah.
Me at my hungriest.
Yeah.
Happiest. Like, John was my venting block if I needed to vent if something happened at home and it's just me and John there for 4 hours. It's just he vents to me, I vent to him. So this it was a Tuesday night. We helped this little old lady about her phone because she came earlier in the day and they didn't want to help her with her phone. I guess she needed to her contacts didn't sync properly or nothing. But I always found that me and you always went the extra mile for a customer. We didn't care about hey, no, that's not our job. We can't do that unless we're selling phones because we fix all these little problems. I don't even think she was a Virgin member. We realized that half an hour in our call she wasn't a Virgin.
That happened more than once.
This lady leaves.
Yeah.
She comes back and she comes back with ice cream for me and John.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember?
She was so
the
nice.
polar bears.
Yeah.
She came with ice creams, a box each.
I don't think she expected that from us, for us to
help her. No, she
so
didn't.
Long.
We helped her. We got all her problems, everything transferred over, and then she came back with ice cream. And then me and John sat there for the last 2 hours eating this box of ice cream because we don't have a fridge to put it nowhere. Outside was it wasn't winter enough to leave it outside.
And low key, we're sort of not allowed to be eating.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to eat inside the kiosk, but there's only the two of us.
Yeah.
And John would go outside the kiosk and eat one because she got a pack of 4. We're like, okay, what are we gonna do it for? Okay, you have 2, I have 2.
Yeah.
So John will eat the first one. I would eat the second one, and if we got a little line, we would shove it. And then shove it in our mouth, and then I would talk to the person for John until he swallowed.
Until.
But that was my favorite, our funniest moment because we were both like very mad at this woman, but we kept smiling.
Yeah, the customer service behavior.
Yeah, I was like, it's okay, don't worry about it. As soon as she left, we're like, oh, fuck, like just leave. You're not even a Virgin member. Yeah. I thought it was so funny, but then she came back like, I just wanted to thank you guys. They were like, oh, we feel like assholes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh, shit, she was so nice.
She really was a genuine person.
Yeah. That was like, once again, our best moments are always with food.
Yeah. So why they're stuffing our faces? Because we have to, get out of the mall in 15, 30 minutes at Spring Rolls, or if it's like stuffing our
faces with
ice cream.
Yes.
Lots of food.
It's lots of food. Most of our pictures are at restaurants, John.
Yeah, really good memories.
Are either outside of a restaurant or going inside a restaurant.
Exactly.
Or eating.
There's more to it than just eating, right? That also reflects the time we spent together.
That's true.
Just how much we sort of vibed versus the rest of the team.
That's true. Because you remember the one time we invited someone out to eat with us at, we're not going to say names. Yeah. Can't stand this person. But we brought her out to eat with us, and we're like, we're never doing that again.
Yeah. No names.
Yeah, no names. But do you remember that?
Yeah. It was a little bit of a situation. Weird situation.
It was like we made plans to go somewhere. Oh, I want to come.
Yeah.
We're like,
Some emotions.
Other people don't work with me and John. We have a routine. We know each other's palate. We know each other's we know, this is the last one. I ate the last one of this. John eats the last one of that. We have a routine. When you add a third person in our little food relationship, fucks up our flow.
You know, there are love triangles. There's also the food triangle.
Yeah, we know how to manage our food stuff. We got it down pat.
Yeah.
Well, those are some good moments. Yeah, all of our moments have been with food. You at my house eating.
For good reason.
It's always at my house eating or at a restaurant. That is very sad. Our relationship is based around food.
I don't know if it's sad. I think we just know that we wanna
go out to eat and talk.
Spice things up either with food.
Fun fact, I know this is very off topic, but John is the reason why we're actually sitting here today.
Oh.
Because 3 years ago, we sat at Sushi 696. What is it? Sushi.
You know what? It's 163, 162, 16.
Yeah, we sat at the sushi place was it Waterloo or it's like borderline Waterloo Kitchener. Yeah. It's like it was on Westmount. Yeah. We sat there. I was like, "Hey, John, I have this idea of doing this podcast, but these are some of the kind of questions I want to ask. I don't know if I should do it." And I was telling him my thought process of what we're actually doing now, and you're like, "Krystle, just do it."
Yeah.
There's a bunch of apps that you can just record. You don't need a computer. You don't need a camera. You don't need anything. Just record. Mm-hmm. Just record yourself.
That's the toughest part, really, of starting anything new.
So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try, John, and kind of just ignored him. And then John called me I would say a couple months after that. And did you start yet? I'm like, no. He's like, why didn't you start? I'm just like, I don't know, I'm scared. And they're like, you're like, just do it. And then you sent me the app.
Yeah, it was trending like crazy.
Yeah, you're like, just here's the app to do it. You just need your phone. It's great quality. Yeah. Just go record. So I started that. And I was like, okay. And then I played it back after I did my first one with the app with Amanda, kind of going over through the questions. And I was playing it back going home, and I loved it.
Nice.
I loved hearing myself. I loved the conversation, where it was going. Yeah, I just want to say thanks, John, for actually being that friend to push me to do it. But I do want to say thank you again, because you did give me that push to get going. Yeah. So thank you. Tell me your favorite slow jams.
I have. I'm the type of listener, not only do I have pretty bad memory, I don't pay attention to lyrics. And so sometimes I don't even know why I like a song, but I'll tell you a bit of the backstory.
Okay.
Know? Just imagine I'm back in university. A lot of things.
Yes.
A lot of our memories are when I was still in university. I was having a lot of like existential thoughts at that time. I was thinking about, oh, I'm here in Canada. I used to be an international student, so I was pretty much a fob, like fresh off the boat fob. I was a little bit homesick. I was thinking of, oh, my parents sold their house. They gave up so much. They gave up their nest egg to send me here and pay for tuition. So it's like crippling anxiety at that point in time. But at the same time, as much as I was super nervous about life and had a lot of these moments for pretty like low moments, I also was almost drunk off of how excited I was for the future, what I wanted to do with my life. And so that sort of paired together with a track I played nonstop at that time. I don't even remember what the lyrics are, but it's so like intimately tied with that moment in time.
But what's the song?
Oh, you're right.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Very, very, very sorry.
Yeah.
Great backstory.
Oh, thanks.
What's the song?
It's called Stay With Us. It's by the artist Soul, like Seoul, like the city Seoul.
Yes.
But they're not even
If you guys don't know that, that's Korean.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they're even Korean. They're probably like, no, I'm pretty sure they're like a white people band.
Okay. Like a Caucasian band?
Oh, sorry. This is so like, I'm not doing a good job.
It's probably gonna be the best one ever.
Oh, okay. But it's a Caucasian like band.
Yes.
But they just took on that name. So it's pretty much like chill vibes, lots of echoey vibration, sort of spreading good energy. That it's sort of that kind of stuff.
So that helped you with.
Yeah, that's my slow jam in the sense that it doesn't really. I don't even know if they sing very much in that song. But it's just
the melody and everything is just soothing.
Yeah, it reminds me of that moment I had in my life and where I came from. And when I think of where I am now, I have so much to be grateful for.
Yes.
Because that was a moment in my life when I was thinking of, oh shoot, like maybe I need to go to the food bank. I'm running out of cash and I can't go ask my parents for money. Like what can I do with my life right now?
And then Krystle starts to feed you at work.
Oh, Krystle feeds me at work. She keeps me alive.
Every Tuesday and Thursday, I bring a container. Just what's my rule, John?
Bring the container.
Thank you. Bring my container back. That's my only rule. I will cook. I will make sure you have portions. Just bring my container back.
Yeah.
That's my only rule.
You were like, it was so good to have like good people around me, especially you. Like, I work 20 hours a week.
Same.
Like half of the waking hours of my week I would sort of spend with either you or we were mostly with each other.
Yeah, we always got scheduled.
A couple of other shifts with other people, but
and we're just like, oh, why are you here? Yeah. Like you walk here, just like
yeah. But all I'm trying to say is, it just takes me back. It makes it so that. It makes me feel a little bit more grateful.
Yes.
Sort of appreciate my day to day.
Yes.
Appreciate the now and not look so much into the future. Not just live in the moment. But that's sort of how I see it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I have to go Google the song now to hear it. It's time to get deep. Let's get real deep. What's your breaking point?
It wasn't in my adult life, actually. It was when I was really, really young. And I don't like to talk about it, but I like to sort of appreciate what came off of that because I have an appreciation for life. I'm sort of getting back to this whole backstory thing. I'm just going to get into it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was 8 years old in the Philippines because that's where I grew up. And I'm not sure if we've talked about it before, but I was bullied quite a lot growing up. And not only that, but it came from not only like me being an awkward person, but it also came from I had so many health problems that it physically showed. Like my eyes were blacked out practically because my dark circles were. It looked like I was dying day by day. I was super skinny, malnourished, all of those things, just a string of things. So I didn't look very good I didn't look like a person you'd like to hang out with if you're a little boy, little girl. And other things, I was the shortest boy in class. Some of the girls liked to play with me just because they were being nice. But I knew that even among the people that sort of gave me attention, they were,
still
they were still
fragile
not so not so not feeling it very much with me, not wanting to be my friend. So that was one of the lowest points of my life, and I grew up also like in a Christian household, and I would go to Sunday school and we'd hear all of these stories. One of the stories was, I don't know why I learned this when I was so young, but how King Saul killed himself.
Oh, well, Jesus.
So he took his sword, right? Took the blade part against his chest on the hard side, and he like fell on it and died. Right, that's the story. And I was, I can't really put words to the thoughts that I had back then. At that time, I couldn't. Yeah. But I basically took the kitchen knife when no one was home
and tried to fall on
it, and I don't know what really stopped me, but just before I started free falling, I stopped myself and suddenly had almost like a flash of a realization of, you don't even know what's ahead of you when you're trying to end your life now. Harm myself now. So that was probably the lowest of low.
So when you got your awakening, what did you tell yourself after?
So it was
Did your parents know that happened?
Oh, so every time I tell my mom, she cries because she didn't know about it until I left high school and I came here. So I think I told her the story so casually because I'm practically numb to the story because I wouldn't even find myself in that position ever. Yes. Almost to the point that maybe
So you have overcome it now that it's nothing to talk about. But for people like myself or anyone that never heard it, it's like, what?
I'm almost cold toward it because I would never do it again, but I say it too casually. Yes. That's sort of a problem, but I'm trying to work on it. But anyway, I said it super casually to my mom that I wanted to kill myself when I was 8 years old, and she sort of...
Think about it. As a mother, you just left to go to another country.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So you tried to kill yourself at 8, and now you're in your early 20s, and you're in a foreign country. I'm supposed to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Think about it as a mother.
I know. Like, as a mother, hearing that, it's probably like, I just thought about that. But yeah, she heard for the first time only after she visited me in Canada. Yeah. And we got to spend, again, a little bit of time together. Yeah. An extended amount of time since I left. So yeah, that's a big hurdle in my life that I got past.
Well, I'm happy you're still here.
Oh, thank you. Look at all these experiences, people I wouldn't have met, and especially you and all my new family here in Canada. Really. So
I'm a part of that list.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm very excited to be a part of your list. It's that time for Dirty Laundry, my favorite segment. Let's hear what my guests have to say by airing out their dirty laundry.
I'll just keep this playful. I think I should keep it playful. Yeah. Sticky, but a little bit playful. Yeah.
That's okay.
So
share whatever you're willing to share.
Yeah. So both you and I know that I'm dating a certain someone.
Yes. No names.
No names. But there was one day, it's kind of the thing you see on TV where oh, my parents aren't home, you want to come over? So I came over, and I don't want to get into any details.
In the
but,
midst
like,
of this,
we're just being lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
And I hear the door.
First of all, where were you in this house? Basement, bedroom,
yes,
living room,
okay.
kitchen. Like, we need to know.
Let
Where
me,
were you?
Let me set the scene again. So,
yes. Backstory.
It's an apartment building.
Okay.
And the door to the room we were in is actually it's right in front of the front door, but just out of sight. So it'll take you like a second to
just pop your head like this,
to turn the corner and then see what's in the room.
Okay.
So anyway, so sort of you can imagine.
Yes.
So just lovey-dovey, and the door swings open, and it's not just being lovey-dovey and all, like being romantic. That's the weird part. But here's
is it mid?
No,
mid whatever. Okay.
Not mid whatever. It's just think of it as general lovey-dovey.
Okay.
You know, and to a lot of people that might not be a big deal, but this is a Latin, Hispanic, strict household.
Yes.
It's a household that wouldn't let this person go on sleepovers.
Yes.
It's like you can't have sleepovers.
Yeah.
They don't really invite people.
Very private family.
Yeah, their age over unless they know that person.
Yes.
And so I'm a stranger, really.
Yes.
I don't have a relationship with the parents. So I hear the door swing open, and
the bedroom door or like the front door?
The front door. The bedroom door, unfortunately, is wide open.
Ooh, not smart. Okay.
There wasn't any time, and the reason why we were like we weren't covering our bases was because they were supposed to be out all day. And it's almost...
Plans change.
Yeah.
It's the inner parent saying, get home.
Yeah.
Get home.
And
something's
it's almost
going on.
like... Why is it like we're on an episode on a show on TV where they come home early and...
You're all stuck.
We're found out.
Yes.
They didn't... Another thing, they didn't even know who I was and that.
Oh, so you're just a random in the house.
We had a relationship. Oh. So all of these things, it's just total strangers in our apartment. So I had to fly into the closet.
Okay, go.
Yeah, go. I had no time, and I closed the closet shut. I was like, okay, you know what? I think we can sort of make it through a couple of minutes. My heart was racing like crazy.
Yes.
And the mom comes in, and they have a conversation.
First, and where is she at the door?
At the door, and just maybe a minute, because they're putting away their shoes, whatever, whatever. Doing some small talk with her husband, but she eventually comes into the room. They speak in Spanish. I don't know what they're talking about, and I hear the closet door open, and it's not her. It's the person that I was like, why are you opening I'm mentally thinking, why are you opening the door? I later find out that they thought I couldn't breathe. I was like, are you serious? There are gaps in the closet doors. Oxygen is coming in. So because they did that, my feet, because I'm not upright, I'm actually upside down. My feet, because I told you I flew into the closet, right? My feet are just dangling, sort of like if the person. Yeah.
Hold on. I can see John just ninja rolling into the closet.
I ninja rolled into the closet. So I was on my stomach, really.
Yes.
And my feet were closest to the gap in the door. Which, it used to be closed, but they opened it. So can you imagine being the mom? Like,
why is this?
Obviously, I was hoping they wouldn't even look, but...
Yeah.
Come on, you can't miss it. These are bare feet just in the closet.
So wait, no one saw you?
We thought no one saw me, and they were completely convinced that the parents didn't see me. But we found out like a week later that the mom knew. She just didn't make a big deal about it. And it was supposed, maybe because we're in our 20s now. Maybe even for a strict household.
Yes. It's due to happen.
You have this memory of how strict they were that you don't realize that even parents
Yes, because you're an adult now.
And so the mom clearly saw these bare feet through the gap. She just didn't make a big deal.
First of all, where's your socks?
Big deal about, you know what? I was probably trying to be comfortable. but
bare feet is someone else's house job. Yeah. Not cool.
But that's a sticky situation that I was in.
Thank you for sharing your ninja roll into the closet.
Yeah, right?
I love it. I love every minute of it.
It's time to be inspired. So let's ask my guests. What's going on with them? In business, life, new adventures.
Okay, yeah. So I do a lot of planning. It probably comes from anxiety about the future. It probably comes from whole sorts of things, just about just being nervous about what's ahead of me. But what I've been trying to do is actually try to stop myself whenever I try to do that.
Yeah.
So everything I plan to do is really within the next few months.
Okay.
And the reason I do that is because I realized like over planning is sort of what kept me unhappy, because I'm not appreciating the point.
You're not living it for today.
I'm not living for today.
For tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm planning for tomorrow. So my plans are to travel a little bit, you know, because COVID's been raging on for over a year.
Yes.
You know, it's not just COVID, it's really us being in Ontario.
Yes.
Has, you know, we're sort of the butt of everyone's jokes, being in lockdown and not thinking through how to run
the province.
The province
properly.
The Dudford, you know, we all know who we're talking about. But I'm excited to travel. I have the travel bug to go to Asia. Like I'm from Asia. I came from the Philippines, but while I lived there, we had no money, so I couldn't travel in my own continent. So now living in another one,
that you have,
I'm planning to go back.
You want to do all the scenery stuff now. So be a real tourist.
Yeah, Japan, Vietnam, Indonesia, all of those places.
Nice.
Indonesia's right there. If you really see it from the Philippines on the map, I couldn't even go there. But that's I plan to do that. I also want to take my parents on a trip.
Nice.
And it's because, you know, they sacrificed everything really for me. Of course. And my mom's always wanted to see Europe. Europe is just this romantic, the idea of Europe.
I love the fact with Europe you can just pretty much jump on a train and you're here. You're there.
Yeah,
and you're here.
And the countries are so small that if you're even on a car, you go through the country in a span of a few hours. So we want to do that. I want to do that for them, and I'm sure they would want to as well. And I want to do it sooner than later, because it's gonna be easier when they're not.
I took my mom on vacation.
Too old.
I've never been on vacation with my mom other than like a child, but as an adult, I've never been on vacation with my mom. And we went to Mexico.
Yeah.
We stayed at the Hard Rock in Mexico. I did the Hard Rock in Punta Cana for the top performance trip, and then I was like, okay, let's go. Let's do Mexico. And my mom is like the best person to travel with. First of all, every day she comes to slay. Jewelry, bathing suits, cover-ups, like you name it, she is ready. And she's that person. Yeah, I know, right? That's where I get it from, Miss Young. And I'll put pictures of her traveling here. But she's that person that finds this calendar. All right, let's go do Aquafit in the morning. Oh, let's go to this show tonight.
Yeah.
I've been with Sheridan for 10 years this year as our wedding anniversary, but we've been together for 19 years. Yeah. And we have never, when we go on vacation, we're always too tired because we get drunk early in the day, and we go to dinner and get drunk at dinner, that we've never made it to the show.
Right.
And going to Mexico, every night I went to a different show with my mom.
Nice.
You know those free shows that they have at the resorts?
Yeah.
And I never had so much fun at these little cheesy shows, but just my mom, if you're with that person that likes to do those things and always out and about and like late night ice cream and coffee and stuff like that, like I will travel with my mom.
Be with them,
100%. Like the next time I go away, she's coming.
Yeah.
I don't care. She's coming.
And I want to see my mom sort of have fun as well.
Of course.
It's sort of you're happy because they're happy.
Yes.
It's sort of a good time for everyone. So.
Very true. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I hope you get to really take them on vacation.
Me too. Europe is
The good thing you can do Airbnbs.
Yeah.
So you don't have to spend a lot.
Hotel expenses are crazy expensive.
But yeah, Airbnbs.
Europe is so accessible.
Yes.
Yeah.
This segment is called Book Me, where I actually get to ask my guests about what book had deeply impacted them and why.
Yeah, I used to read a lot of fiction, and I was obsessed sort of when I was younger with fantasy and sort of just reading about stories that other people wrote for us that aren't real. But now as an adult, I tend to read more self-help books, things that I can apply to my life. And one of them I think that has the biggest impact it's called Designing Your Life.
Okay.
And
who's it by?
Oh darn.
You pull out your phone if you need to.
Who's it by? It's
Tell me more about it while you're looking. So what did that book mean to you?
So this is by Bill Burnett and Dave Evans.
Okay.
Those two guys are at the Stanford Design School. And so this maybe sounds, I don't know, a little bit geeky because it's so techy and whatever. But my day-to-day work is design. I'm a designer. That's what I do. I work in the tech world. But this is essentially a book about applying the design process.
Okay.
Whether it's designing a physical product like a MacBook or an iPhone, like there's obviously a whole process from when you start that idea to executing it.
Of course.
And the idea of this book is applying that process, that sophisticated process, into your life.
Yeah.
And so one of the things, and these aren't just feel good pages. There are practical exercises for you to do if you're either stuck in life or you want to get a sense of, what are the possibilities in my life?
Yes.
The avenues that I can go down. And so one example is prototyping your life as a concept. When you prototype a product, you create, it might look pretty awful, but it works. You can sort of spend time with it, get a feel for it, see how it clicks, you know, all of those things. Same thing for your life. So you don't have to totally 100% commit to a career or commit to a major life decision. You can sort of live off of people who've already had those experiences.
Okay.
So the exercise is essentially design 3 lives. One is your own life. You just look at what's in front of you, and that's all you need to focus on. But the other 2, you almost act like your life right now, currently, this linear, whatever's in front of you, doesn't exist, and you have the choice to have different lives.
Okay.
So what do those different lives look like? And plan only the first 5 years. Don't plan any further.
Oh, wow.
And so if your life passion was to be a musician, but you chose your career because you knew realistically you didn't want to starve.
Yes.
And you wanted to be stable, you get the chance to explore that.
Yes.
And that's not where we stop. You set up appointments with people who have that lifestyle today, who live that life now. And you get to ask them questions as if questions that you're most interested if you're in that position. And so it's zero commitment, but it allows you to empathize.
Yes.
And it allows you to live almost as if you are them without having to commit to that. So
that's dope.
Yeah, it's really helpful for people who feel stuck. who people who don't know what's next in
Their
life.
Yeah.
Or even if you do know, or you've planned so much in your life, maybe you haven't given yourself enough room to breathe, and it's just a good exercise to do. There are so many of those exercises in that book, and it's practical, it's concrete, it's practical, it's you can do it now, and that's what I really like.
That's dope.
So this is our last segment. It's called The Quote. I asked my guests to tell me what quotes they use on a daily basis or the ones they live by. For me, short and simple, mine is, life is what you make it. Because it is. Let's hear what my guests have to say.
You might have noticed from the way, like, I brought it up a few times already, but it's probably going to be live in the moment, and the second part probably stop caring about what other people think, because that's sort of been paralyzing in my life. And I was never good at naming or putting words to what I was experiencing when I was younger, even up till my 20s.
Yeah.
And so
to put words with the feeling.
Yeah, I couldn't pair the word to the feeling.
Yes.
And now I realize I've had like almost crippling anxiety. I keep saying that, but I had so much anxiety growing up.
Yeah.
That now as an adult, I'm sort of in the point where I know who I am. I'm confident in myself. I've achieved all of the things that I set my mind to, so I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So why
psych yourself out?
Why do it? Yeah, why am I not appreciating this moment? Why am I caring so much about what other people think? So that's sort of my day-to-day, that's sort of my philosophy, how I like to go about my day.
I love it. Krystle Breaks Easy means what to you?
A way to reminisce about good times. It meant sort of appreciating the history that we have. And the solid friendship that we've built since years and years ago now. And it was a good time, today was a good time. So all of those things, I feel like I'm sort of going down the road of sentimental. I'm not sure if this was even your expectation for today, for how I would take this, but yeah.
It's okay. I love it. I told you to be yourself, and that's all I want you to is be yourself. And I wanted people to know the John that I know.
Yeah.
I wanted someone else to hear your story and be like, yeah, I have the same feelings. I don't know how to put my words to my feelings. Or, hey, that's a great idea if I'm in design. I'm going to go grab that book. I'm going to go play that song now. So I wanted people to know the people that I love around me and that I showcase around me. So thank you for just being yourself today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and I'll feed you some more today. Don't worry.
Thanks, Krystle.
I'll send you some food today. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But thank you again, John. Like, I truly appreciate you as a friend.
Oh, same here. Of course, I appreciate you so much.
Okay.
I hope the mic caught that.
Yeah, it did. Everything is recorded. Don't worry. But thank you again. Until next time, guys. This is Krystle Breaks Easy. I'm your host, Krystle. Take care.
So that is a wrap, folks. You just listened to Krystle Breaks Easy. I am your host, Krystle. To find me on Instagram, you're going to look for Krystle Breaks Easy _, which is the podcast page. Also, my personal page on all platforms is Chris My Life. So until next time, stay safe.